along with a Big East Defensive Player of the Year in that grouping. As we're underway, George Mason in the dark uniforms with the green numbers and yellow trim. Going right to left, they win the opening tip. Maryland's in the home whites with the red numbers and trim going left to right. They're on defense to get things started. The pass inside to Mason's Kaisha, and off glass, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tibiaso. Quickly up ahead. Maryland's got some points as Smikle hits the basket and immediately get the turnover right back. Correction, do get the turnover, do get the basket, going for a second, and it's an easy jump shot for Quebec, who had 20 points last game out, averaging 10.7, and hits that one. It's a quick 4-0 lead for the Terrapins. Maryland has got 4 players averaging double figures. Sellers, Smikle, Quebec, along with Dulcie. All 10-plus with Smikle leading the way at nearly 20 points a game. There's a near turnover there. Three-pointer far wing. Back iron no good for Paula Suarez. Again, Walton, Harris, Suarez, Habib, and Kaisha, the starting lineup for the Patriots. The three-pointer is good from Harris. She's the team's leading scorer at 15.4 points a game. She is a 28% threat from deep. Walton, Suarez, Habib, and Kaisha have started all 7 games this season. Harris has started 6 games this year. The only non-start was Jada Brown, who got a start, but Harris did not play in that game. 4-3 the lead for the Terrapins early on in this one as they face a one-on-one defense. Nice feed to Tibiaso, who missed the shot, but the three from the far side from Sellers is good. 3 for 8 from beyond the arc this season. One of the reasons they are so highly picked is that ball's out of bounds off the Patriots. Big 10, or call it the Big 18. They only rank the top 5 in the preseason polls. They have a coaches poll and a media poll. Maryland picked 4th in all in both of those polls. Nice feed inside the backside. And the layup is good for Smikle. Or any rebounding opportunity. A 5-second violation called on the Patriots. Barely any movement whatsoever. 17 on the shot clock. 5:04 here in the first quarter. Float pass inside to Moffenbarger. She'll find it at the outside to Delsey, and she converts. Into the corner, 3 on the way. No good for the Patriots. That came from Luis Volker, who's into the game. Maryland's got the ball back. This has had a similar start to the way the Toledo Navy game started. That was a 13-2 first quarter. Navy only scoring 2. But made it a game of it. His nice pass across the lane finds Quebec wide open. Feed coming from Moffenbarger. Maryland's got a 13-3 lead here. 3.5 to play. Shot from Harris is no good, and Sellers will pick up the rebound. Maryland's got Sellers, Michael Poffenbarger, Quebec, and Dulcie out there as another big shot. This coming from Poffenbarger for 3, and Maryland explodes to a 16-3 lead. Poffenbarger, a 37% shooter from beyond the arc. An off-balance shot there from Volker, and Sellers picks up the rebound. We also have Trinity Massenberg out there, the Baltimore sophomore wearing number 10 for the Patriots. And I think she just drew the offensive charge. She did. Into the game for Maryland, number 10, Mir McLean, a Baltimore graduate student, making her first appearance today. Was in double figures along with 4 or 5 other teammates in that win over St. Francis last time out. Three-pointer good. George Mason has found some points as Volker, who's 2 for 4 from beyond the arc coming into today, hits that 3. And a lot of elbows, and they're going to call a player control foul on Dulcie for throwing the elbow and making contact. It's the second player control foul that Masonburg has drawn so far in the last couple of minutes, as Maryland will bring Tibiasso back into the game, and Dulcie will sit. You'll see it again. A bit of a swing. I don't know. Did it catch as much as it seemed to? The official had a much better angle on that than any of us had. 2 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Maryland with a full court press here, trying to trap at midcourt. Good break by the Patriots. Jada Brown in the game, the 5'6 junior out of Falls Church, Virginia. She gets the ball here on the near wing. Sellers is guarding her. Double team flashes. Brown gets away with it on the dribble. Step back, long distance, 2 left well short. And the strong rebound from Poffenbarger. Maryland comes the other direction. Sellers pops for 3. Back iron no good. Rebound collected by Walton. Harris brings it across the timeline. Under 90 seconds to play in the quarter. Tries to use a screen. Nothing there. They'll pass to the perimeter. Top of Volker for 3. That was halfway home. Rattles out. Rebound collected by Walton. Walton puts it up. No good. Fought for the rebound by Massenberg. Can't get the shot to fall. And Maryland pulls up the rebound with 68 seconds to go in the quarter, leading by 10, 16-6. Poffenbarger trying to get into the post. No options there. Kicks it back out to Tibiasso. She drives to the free throw line. Fires a shot. Misses. Poffenbarger collects a rebound. Reverse layup is good. 18-6 with 50 seconds remaining here in the quarter. George Mason is now struggling with Maryland on a 14-3 run. Mason's one of their last 13 with 4 turnovers to boot. That floater goes as suddenly Volker has found some offense. As George Mason is now 3 of 17 from the floor. 25 seconds left. 18-8. Maryland the lead here in the first quarter. Sellers gets the ball. Gets her pocket picked into the back court. A little bit of an elbow throw there from Sellers. Got to be careful. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Forcing the issue is Sellers. Ball out of bounds. Will stay with Maryland. 7.2 on the game clock. 4 seconds on the shot clock. A little delay to clean up the floor. Sellers will inbound here. Again, 7.2 on the game and 4 on the shot clock. Quickly back to Sellers. Sellers with 1 second on the shot clock puts up the shot, misses it, and Suarez pulls down the rebound. Up ahead to Brown, but she won't beat the game clock. And that will bring our first quarter to a close. Volker leading the way with 5 points. Maryland has 5 players, with Poffenbarger leading the way with 5 points herself. Maryland was 8 of 15 in that first quarter, including 2 of 5 from deep, whereas George Mason was 3 of 17, including 2 of 8 from distance. We're back underway. Speaking of from distance, George Mason hits their first shot at Jada Brown, who's now 8 of 17 on the season from beyond the arc. As she drills that one, cuts the deficit to within 7. Starting the second half for Maryland, Tibiasso, Smikle, Poffenbarger, McLean to the free throw line. 15 of 17, make it 16 of 18 this year. McLean out of Baltimore, Maryland, graduate student. Played at UConn and Virginia before finding her way to Maryland. Hits the second one. Of course, in the final year of that COVID exemption that everyone were given. 9:26 remaining here. Second quarter. Maryland leads by 9, 20-11. Step back, feeling the shot, and it falls. Jada Brown, the junior from Falls Church, Virginia, has opened up in this second quarter. She's now got 5. Cuts the deficit to 7 once again. Shot inside for Maryland, does not fall, but fighting to get her rebound was Smikle able to get that second one to work. Maryland back up by 9. Quick pass ahead to Keisha. She puts up the shot, tries to shoot over Quebec. It does not fall. Quickly up ahead comes Maryland. Tibiasso feeds Poffenbarger on the far side, who drills another three-pointer. Someone strolled out in a 54, and it looks like Sellers, and that's who it is. Sellers now wearing a new uniform. She's 54 out there. She returns to the game. George Mason with the ball, under 8 minutes to play here in the half, and trailing by 12. Suarez into the corner kick pass. Now up top, three-pointer on the way, no good for Mitchell. Mitchell gets the pass, kicks it into the corner, three-pointer from Volker, no good. Collected by Brown. Brown throws up a half-distance shot. That one doesn't fall. Fought for the rebound by Keisha, and she gets it to fall. In the deficit now 10 as everybody got a bite of that apple. Tiku Mitchell, the junior from Baltimore, into the game for the Patriots. Feed to Sellers, again wearing 54. Turnaround jumper is good. So Sellers now with 5 points, and Maryland back up by 12, 27-15. This 9th ever meeting between the Patriots and the Terps, first ever neutral site game. As that pass is too far out ahead for Keisha, and it's stolen away by McLean. She'll pass to Sellers, who passes to Tibiasu, far side now with it. Smikle cannot get that to fall. McLean rebound, puts up the shot, and it's good. And frustration from Vanessa Blair-Lewis, the head coach at George Mason. She calls timeout. And last season, a 20-plus win season. She has done pretty well. They got their 4th postseason berth in the inaugural WPIT last year. She called the timeout there, frustrated with her team, especially on defense, as Maryland has gotten out now to a 15-point lead. There has been a scoring change as the shot from Brown is missed, and then the three-pointer from Volker is good. Brown had a three-point earlier that they have changed to a two-pointer. Thus the change in the score. So it's now officially 29-17 due to that scoring change on a previous three-pointer by Brown. McLean's going to carry. She literally picked up the ball, put it under her arm, took an extra. Just their 6th turnover of the game. George Mason was 6 as well. Maryland turns it over about 16 times again. Their opponents 18 times a game. Far side with it. It is Harris. They'll pass it to the near side to Brown. Brown will float pass it to the paint to Massenberg. Massenberg loses the ball on the attempt. Sellers, who's wearing 54 the other direction, will draw the foul. Again, she's wearing 54. Came into the game 9 of 11. And first trip to the line today. Hits the first. As we mentioned in the pregame, Sellers misses the second free throw. Here in the second quarter, 10th-ranked Terps with a 30-17 lead here on the Patriots and George Mason. Shot far side is good from long distance. Not a three, but it works for Walton. And the Seattle-Washington native cuts the deficit to 11. Rebound collected long distance from Tibiasu. Sellers drives, cannot get that to fall, gets her own rebound, puts it up, hits the deck, but does not get the shot to fall. Sellers was just there at the line a short time ago. He was 1 for 2. Maryland in its 54th season as a program has won 1,131 games in that time frame. Lost 464. Of course, under Brenda Freeze, they've gone 645 and 191 since she took over the program, now in her 24th season. Kick to the corner, a readjustment from Walton. Missed, and rebound collected by Maryland. Coming the other direction. Tic-tac-toe. Smikle able to find Poffenbarger, and they're going to call a foul on Sellers. He kind of grabbed a hold of her in the process. And so Sellers gets called for her second. And now it'll be Harris at the line, one of the best team's free throw shooters at 76%, hits the back iron, no good. George Mason, in the meantime, is 1 for 8, including 0 for their last 6. And a scoring drought, which off that missed free throw now dates 2 minutes and 54 seconds, have missed their last 3 free throws before that one. That gives them 20, and they trail by 13 to Maryland. 2:02 remaining here in the first half. Sellers the ball. Suarez Gardner kicks it to Poffenberger for three. Left that short, and it's pulled down by Walton. Here comes George Mason the other direction. Suarez with the ball, finds a lane and lays it home. Coach Brenda Freese didn't like something, calls out there. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And then a game in mid-January, you should say, against number 5, Texas. Otherwise, the rest of their schedule is all Big Ten. And they only have one game against a repeat customer in that conference schedule, and that'll be Ohio State. So they'll play twice. Everybody else will play once. 90 seconds left. 11-point lead for Maryland coming out of the timeout. Yasu cannot get that to fall. Kubek gets the rebound. Maryland will reset. 80 seconds to go here in the half. Bounce pass. Inside now on the extra pass. Shot is good for McLean, who's having a great first half. Massenberg picks up her first foul. Both teams are over the limit. Doesn't matter on this play as three-point play is good for McLean. And Maryland leads 36-22, which is one of the largest leads they have had today. Their largest is actually 15 at 35-22. So 36-22 is the biggest, but it's now gone. As Harris hits the three, under a minute to play, and it's a 12-point lead. Sellers with the ball. Again, if you tuned in, she's wearing 54. Jersey change between first and second quarter. Being guarded by Suarez. McLean comes over to set the screen. So get it to McLean now to Poffenberger. Oh, and a huge collision for McLean on the ground as she got undercut going for the rebound by Walton. McLean goes to the line to shoot free throws. She was just there. She's 3 for 3 so far in the game. And does not hit the first. Maybe wincing a little bit from landing really awkwardly on that rebound attempt. Maryland might be trying to pull her too as they have Ava McKinney. Shot clock is off. Game clock on your screen. 20 seconds less than to play. Suarez has the ball. Tibiasu closely guarding. We're going to switch on the screen into the corner. Three-pointer on the way. Back iron and goes through for Harris. Handful of seconds left. Tibiasu banks it off the backboard, but it won't fall. And Patriots finish with a flurry. Schools of the NCAA to finally approve shot clocks that have the tenths of a second like you see in professional international levels. And we're back going. Suarez has the ball. Continued man-to-man from both teams so far this game as Suarez's shot is missed. Great effort there. Patriots possession. Quick note, if you're tuning in, Maryland Sellers not wearing her usual 0 as Suarez drills the three-pointer on the second possession opportunity. Maryland's got a 5-count going, waiting a little too long to get that started on the inbounds as Tibiasu was calling to her teammates to come down and take the ball out. The official decided, well, I'm not going to wait around. Started the 5 count. I'm a little surprised why Vanessa Blair-Lewis was upset about that. I think she wanted the count to start sooner. In the meantime, foul called on Habib. That's her third. Team's first of the quarter. Sends Dulcie to the line for the free throws. She's a 62.5% free throw shooter. Misses the first, has one more coming. And misses that one as well. Not a lot of players in foul trouble, but Smikle and Sellers each have 3 for Maryland. Habib and Walton each have 3. In the meantime, fighting for it inside. Cannot get it to fall, but he's just going to go to the line. First trip today. First one looks real good. Offenberger back in the lineup for Maryland. They also bring McLean back into the game. First time they're seeing action in this second half. Missed on the free throw. Suarez got the ball fired and airballed it. And then a steal on the outlet pass. Missed on the layup and a putback by Volker. But George Mason with a little bit of momentum here. In the meantime, I misspoke. For Maryland, they brought Bree McDaniel back into the game. Quebec, in the meantime, hits that shot. And Habib for three for George Mason. Those are the only ones with more than one. As Harris hits a three, and suddenly it's a 4-point ball game on the run from George Mason. In the meantime, quick answer down the other way. McDaniel hits the layup. So tried to answer quickly, and it didn't go. Figured out some rebounding trick on Maryland. Three-pointer is good in the meantime for Kennedy Harris. Maryland's continuing to struggle. Now we get a whistle for another 3-second violation again on McLean. And she looks to the sideline, and the coaching staff seems more bemused by it than anything. Maryland pulling out a three-quarter press there. Again, leading by 3. Patriots have come back to make this an interesting third quarter, outscoring Maryland, who's gone in a scoring drought of nearly 4 minutes. So George Mason's got a scoring drought of 2.5 before that. 6 on the shot clock, 2:15 to play here in the third. Sellers, top of the key to the mid-range shot, missed it. Poffenbarger somehow comes up with the rebound, tries to throw it outside to her teammate Quebec, and it's stolen away by Harris. Here come the Patriots trying to take the lead. Three-pointer, buried. George Mason has its first lead of the game, coming from 15 down to take a 43-41 lead. Scoreless in the last nearly 6 minutes, including 5 turnovers in that span, and going 0 for 5. George Mason, in the meantime, has shot 6 of 18 in this quarter, including 3 of 8 from deep, while Maryland is 2 of 9 and 0 for 1. I'm Dave McHugh, and Maryland's got possession with 4 seconds on the shot clock. McLean in the paint, puts up the shot. That one doesn't fall. Ball is loose, out of bounds off Maryland, back to the Patriots. As Poffenbarger back into the game for Maryland, McLean takes a seat. George Mason on the floor has Harris, Brown, Suarez, Volker, and Keisha. Maryland has Tibiasu, Smikle, McLean, Quebec, and Sellers. We have not heard from Smikle much in this second half. Long distance shot, no good. Sellers brings the ball across the timeline for Maryland. Pass inside to the aforementioned Smikle. Kicks it back out to Poffenbarger. Shot, back iron, no good. Smikle pulls down the rebound. Looking for her shot. Forces it up. Does not draw a basket, but does draw a foul. 2 players with 3 fouls in Walton and Habib. Walton we have not seen in this third quarter. She has sat the entire third quarter. Habib started the third quarter, but we have not seen her much since. She's only played 7 minutes of this game. First free throw is good. Second one, no good. So it's a 1-point lead for George Mason. 4 players for Maryland with 3 fouls, as that's a quick layup in the other direction for Harris, and a lead out to 3 for George Mason, their largest of the game. 40 seconds remaining. Sellers has a wide-open lane, will take the layup. George Mason missed something defensively there, and Sellers saw the door open and took advantage of it. Maryland trails by 1 after leading by as many as 15. Harris being guarded closely by Chibiasu. Last year's Player of the Year in the Atlantic 10 out of ECU. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. Pull off a last-second shot. There's a chance George Mason's going to be taking the lead into the fourth quarter. Long-distance shot is off the shot clock. No good. And Sellers, Poffenbarger, and McLean. The 3 have combined for 2 points in that third quarter. Maryland only was 3 of 12 in that quarter and 1 for 4 from the free throw line, including 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. Patriots were 7 of 20. Maryland starts with possession. Smikle misses the opening shot. Something happened there, caused Walton to stop in her track. First time we've seen Walton in this second half as George Mason starts with its 5 of Walton, Harris, Suarez, Volker, and Keisha. Bounce pass to Keisha in the post. Goes up, puts the shot off, no good. Poffenbarger pulls down the rebound. For Maryland, Tibiasu, Smikle, Poffenbarger, Dulce, and Sellers. Habib, we have not seen in a while. The only starter not on the floor for the Patriots. She started the second half, but we haven't seen her in quite some time. Long distance shot is good for Volker. Foot on the line, 2. 7 minutes to play. Inside to Dulce. Dulce puts up the baby hook and falls, ending the scoring drought of almost 2.5 minutes. 11th point of the half for Maryland, who now retakes the lead 48-47. Sellers with a little bump, but the shot falls for Harris. Well, George Mason's 37 rebounds, 22 of them are on the offensive end. Smikle draws the foul there as she attacks as Volker is out. And the free throw for Smikle is good. She now has 8 points. She is 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Missed the second one, though. Habib pulls down the rebound. She'll push it into the front court. Now she'll get it to Suarez, who will run the offense. 6 minutes to go. We're tied at 49. Open shot. 3-point no good for Walton. Steal on the rebound, then a steal back. Sellers chucks it upfield. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. Blocking foul. Count the basket for Smikle. The up-court pass found a 2-on-2 the other direction, and here you see it. Smikle got Suarez moving and not in position. Draws a foul, hits the shot. And a chance here to make this a 3-point game, which will be Maryland's largest lead in quite some time. But misses it. So it'll stay at 2, 51-49. 5:40 to play. Walton, Brown, Suarez, Habib, and Keisha on the floor for George Mason. Tibiasu, Smikle, Poffenbarger, Dulce, and Sellers on the floor for the Terps. Suarez attacks the rim. Cannot get the fall. Habib fights for the rebound. Walton picks it up. Walton with a shot. Ties the game at 51 with 5:18 remaining. Sellers up court for Maryland to Poffenbarger on the near wing. Back to Sellers and over to Tibiasu. Tibiasu, that's a different person. Tibiasu. 5 minutes to play. Sellers on the drive. Up off the glass and in. Maryland retakes the lead. And we get a whistle. Not sure what the whistle is for. That will force us, since it's the first whistle under 5 minutes, to our media break. George Mason, in the meantime, is 3 of 7 in this half, also 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, trailing by 2. It is Walton, Harris, Suarez, Volker, and Keisha on the floor for the Patriots. Keisha with the ball, throws up a shot. It is missed. Dulce picks up the rebound. She's joined by Tibiasu, Smikle, Poffenbarger, and Sellers. Maryland's got 4 players with 3 fouls. George Mason has 3 with 3 and 1 with 4. So Maryland with a little bit better situation, have managed it a little bit better, though. So the first quarter, they have been winning since the first quarter, or really since midway through the second quarter. It's a nice play by Dulce off the feed from Poffenbarger. And Maryland's biggest lead since about midway through the third quarter. They're up by 4, 55-51. With 4 minutes to play. Suarez the ball, hands off. And now they get it to Walton, who missed much of this half. Didn't even play the third quarter due to varying reasons. That'll be a held ball that will remain Patriots' possession. Patriots played so well with her not on the floor that they kept her off the floor and now have gone to her in the fourth. Floater, no good from Harris. Rebound, put back, and George Mason cuts it to within 2. Last time these two programs faced off was last year on December 3rd. It was a win, 86-77 for Maryland, who's won all 8 times these programs have faced off. Offenbarger's pass to Sellers is too far away. Last time the game was played at George Mason was November 2nd, 2022. It was an 88-51 win by Maryland. 3:15 remaining. Harris with the ball. Gets her pocket picked by Smikle. Smikle trying to beat a double team down the floor. Puts it off glass and in and draws the foul. Chance at a three-point play. For the 93% free throw shooter, it's not prototypical, but she buries that one. Lead up to 5. Make or break time for the Patriots. Suarez brings it across the timeline. Gets it over to Harris on the far side. Misha sets the screen. Volker now has the ball top of the key. Sellers sagging off of her. Back to Suarez on the near wing. Now Sellers on Suarez at the top. Suarez on the drive. Suarez off glass. Does not hit rim. And Dulcie picks up the rebound. Quickly up court to Smikle. And bodies flying with no whistles. Kind of surprises everybody. And now on the other end, Keisha throws an elbow into Sellers trying to set. Mason used a 9-0 run in parts to take the lead. Harris leading the way with 23 points for the Patriots. Walton's got 11 rebounds. Smikle misses that shot. She's leading the team with 13 points. Poffenbarger with 11 rebounds as Dulcie puts the putback. She's now in double figures with 10. Harris on the drive and gets crushed. Smikle, I think, got it clean. It looked like Smikle got it clean, and Dulcie's the one that came through and got it. Well, no, that is Smikle. She caught her in the wrist. So Smikle picks up the foul. That is her 4th. Harris, free throw is good. She is 2 for 3 on the day. Harris, a 76% free throw shooter, has one more coming to make this a 5-point ball game. Rattles out. Dulcie pulls down the rebound. 1:40 to play. Maryland looking to put this away. Despite seemingly in control of this game in the second quarter, it evaporated on them. They lost the third quarter 18-7, but have taken over here in the fourth. As Sellers, we finally get a basket from her. It's been a while. Sellers now with 13. 75 seconds left. 8-point lead for Maryland. High off the glass and in for Harris. And a technical foul called on, I don't know if it's Harris or the head coach. They wanted a foul. It's going to be on the head coach. It's going to be on Vanessa Blair-Lewis. She wanted a foul called on the Harris attempt and had enough. And either said the choice word. The technical free throws are going to put Smikle to the line here. Again, the best free throw shooter for Maryland at 93%, though today she hasn't had the best game. She's 3 of 6. Now 4 of 7. That makes it a 7-point game and trying to make it an 8-point game here. Does not. Continues to shoot 50% today. So it'll be Maryland possession since Maryland had possession when the whistle was blown. Sellers will inbound it. Again, she's wearing 54 today. Had to make a jersey change after the first quarter. They have to get it in and does so to Dulcie and gets it back to Sellers. And a foul called on K-Shot, and she will foul out of this game. Sellers to shoot 2 here, and the first one is good. Sellers now with 14 points. She's 3 of 5 from the free throw line. She's got one more coming. By the way, Poffenbarger's got a double-double today, 10 points, 11 rebounds. And the second free throw is good as well. The score is not going to be indicative of just how nail-biting this game became for Maryland. Minute left, they lead by 9, led by as many as 15, but remember, trailed by 3 as Sellers swats that out of the air off the Volker attempt. Harris picks it up, kicks it to Volker, not deterred, fires a three. It's missed. Poffenbarger pulls down the rebound. Sellers flips it on the far side to Tibiasu, who brings it across the timeline, will be fouled by Suarez. She is 0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 3 from deep. First time going to the free throw line and misses that one. There's 5 rebounds, 2 assists on the day, and 35-plus minutes of action. Second one, 66-56. Maryland the lead with 27-7 left to go in this game. Suarez will get it into Volker. Volker takes a dribble and picks it up. Walton now on the drive. Walton off glass, no good. And timeout called by Maryland with 19.7 seconds left. They got one timeout remaining. They'll clearly move the ball up to the 28-foot line. The Patriots will lose their 9th game in the series to Maryland. And Sellers is dribbling out the clock. There is no shot clock. Maryland will survive this one. They led 18-8 after the first quarter. At halftime, they still led by 10. Lost the third quarter 18-7, but won the fourth quarter 22-11.